I titel ni överdoter over courts. A shockingly simple guide. Let's talk about beneficial ownership, the real person who controls or benefits from an asset, even if their name isn't on the paperwork. Imagine you register your dog under your friend's name to dodge a tax, but you still pay the bills and call the shots. You're the beneficial owner. This concept is at the heart of financial secrecy. On paper, a company might be owned by Totally Legit Business Inc., but the real power could be a billionaire hiding assets. Why does this matter? Because criminals love to hide behind layers of companies and trusts, making it nearly impossible to see who's really in charge. It's like a Russian nesting doll of ownership, designed to obscure the true puppet master. When you can't see who owns what, you can't stop dirty money, enforce sanctions, or ensure fair taxes. The system lets the powerful play by different rules, and that's infuriating, like losing at Monopoly to someone who's been hiding cash under the board. So when we talk about beneficial ownership, we're really asking, who's actually in control? And that question is more important than ever. Welcome to the wild world of digital assets. Cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Think of them as internet cash, but you need a digital wallet to store and use them. There are two main types. Custodial wallets, where a company holds your crypto, like a bank, and non-custodial wallets, where you alone control the keys. Custodial wallets are convenient but risky. If the company fails, your money could vanish. Non-custodial wallets put you in charge, but if you lose your secret password, your funds are gone forever. You are your own bank, with all the responsibility that comes with it. This distinction is crucial. With custodial wallets, someone knows who you are. With non-custodial, you can be totally anonymous. That anonymity is a game changer for ownership. Digital assets live in wallets, and how you store them changes everything about who really owns and controls the money. In one case, there's a paper trail. In the other, you could be a ghost. And that's where things get interesting. Ownership in the digital world is all about who holds the keys, and sometimes that's the only thing that matters. Let's connect the dots. Digital wallets have made hiding assets easier than ever. With traditional banks, you need to prove your identity. With a non-custodial crypto wallet, you don't need a name or address, just a string of numbers. This makes it easy for anyone to hide who really owns digital assets. Transactions are public on the blockchain, but the people behind the wallets are not. It's like watching masked figures exchange briefcases in public, visible but anonymous. Yet blockchains are also transparent. Every transaction is recorded forever. Investigators can trace funds and, if they link one wallet to a real person, unravel entire networks. So digital wallets are both opaque and transparent, depending on how they're used. For criminals, anonymity is a feature. For law enforcement, the blockchain is a forensic goldmine. It's a high-stakes game of cat and mouse over who really owns the money. You might think this is just a billionaire problem, but hidden ownership affects everyone. When criminals launder money through anonymous wallets, it funds real-world harm, crime, trafficking, and more. Tax dodging by the wealthy means less money for schools, hospitals, and roads. So regular people pay the price. It creates a two-tiered system, one for those who can hide, and one for everyone else. Trust in the system erodes when sanctions and laws can be easily bypassed. If oligarchs can move fortunes into anonymous wallets, sanctions become meaningless. Lack of transparency fuels instability, enables terrorism, and lets scammers thrive. This isn't a niche issue. It's a threat to the integrity of our financial and political systems. Ignoring it is like ignoring termites in your house. The damage is invisible until it's too late. Transparency and ownership matters for everyone's future. Want to see what happens when anonymous money goes wrong? Look at FTX. FTX was a huge crypto exchange where people trusted the company to hold their assets. When it collapsed, billions vanished, and anonymous wallets made it nearly impossible to trace the money. Hackers drained hundreds of millions, disappearing into the blockchain's shadows. The FTX disaster showed how quickly trust evaporates when no one knows who owns what. Ransomware attacks also exploit crypto's anonymity. Hackers demand payment in Bitcoin, making it hard to catch them. The Silk Road, an online black market, ran on Bitcoin's perceived anonymity, building a criminal empire outside the traditional system. Its founder was caught only after a long, painstaking investigation. These aren't hypotheticals, they're real disasters fueled by hidden ownership. When money is untraceable, chaos follows. It's not all doom and gloom. Regulators are fighting back. The Financial Action Task Force's travel rule now requires crypto companies to collect and share info about who's sending and receiving large transactions. This brings crypto closer to traditional banking, making it harder for criminals to hide. Blockchain analytics firms are digital detectives, tracing stolen funds and linking wallets to real people. It's a technological arms race. As criminals hide, investigators get smarter. But challenges remain. Non-custodial wallets are still hard to regulate, and criminals can move to less strict countries. The push for transparency is growing, and the Wild West days of crypto are ending. The goal isn't to kill digital assets, but to make them safer and more trustworthy. New rules and tech are making it harder to hide, and that's a good thing. The future of digital money depends on knowing who really owns what. Transparency is the key to trust. And trust is what keeps the whole system standing.